Hello everyone, my name is Ms. Disha Udhani and let's continue with our subject Human Resource Management. In today's lecture, we are going to study about recruitment. What is recruitment? What is meaning of recruitment? What are definitions? What are objectives? What are processes? And what are sources of recruitment? Okay. So let's study what is meaning of recruitment. Recruitment is defined as a process to discover the sources of manpower to meet the requirement of staff schedule and to employ effective measures to attract that manpower in adequate number to facilitate effective selection of an effective workforce. Okay. So let's see what basically recruitment means. Basically, recruitment means finding ways through which we can get human resource. Okay, it is a process of discovering the sources. Okay, what are we going to do in recruitment? We are going to decide from where we will collect our human resource, or from where we will go to find the human resource that we need for our company. Okay, so let's take some simple examples. Campus interviews. Okay, third year students give their interviews for selection in job, for selection in the company. That is nothing but recruitment and selection process. Okay, recruitment is different from employment and selection. We'll understand that sentence ahead, but let's see one more definition of recruitment. It is a process of searching for prospective employees and stimulating them to apply for the jobs in the organization. So it is very simply given over here. Recruitment means what? It is a process of searching. What are we searching? Prospective employees. Okay, we are not selecting employees over here. We are just searching them and stimulating them to apply for the jobs, and we are encouraging them, we are motivating them to apply for the job in the organization. Okay, so what is recruitment? It is just deciding the way through which we are going to find my human resource that we need, and after finding them we are going to encourage them, we are going to motivate them to apply in our organization for jobs. Okay, so recruitment is distinct from employment and selection. Okay, this is an important concept. It is an important difference. Just hear it carefully. Why is recruitment different from employment and selection? Okay, let's take an example. A company needs 10 engineers in an organization. Okay, so what does company do? First, company decides what kind of engineers we want. That will come under job analysis, job selection, job specification. Okay, after job specification and job analysis, we decide that we need 10 IT employees in our organization who are need to be freshers for the organization. Okay, it's okay if they don't have any experience or have not worked as interns also. Okay, so we want 10 IT engineers. Okay, so what we are going to do in recruitment, we are going to decide where we are going to go to find these 10 employees that we need. Okay, so options here can be campus interview, through paper publications. In paper we print that we need 10 IT employees. After that we can go through online websites. There are many online. There's LinkedIn, and after that there are many Facebook, Instagram groups that we can put up the advertise in that. Okay, and next what are we going to do? We are going to find them and we are going to motivate them to apply for the organization. Like whenever a person looks through our ad, or he or she gives their email ID or some kind of contact information to you, then you email them, you contact them to apply for your organization. Okay, it is not necessary that you have to make a communication through emails or contact number. You just publish on the newspaper. That is also a thing you can do, because you are giving all your details over there, where to apply, how to apply, at what place interviews are going to happen, all these things. So because of that, you get the person who is interested, he can approach to you, or the person, human resource who needs a job, can approach to you. Okay, in this you can make the advertisement as attractive as you want. You can show the salary package in very big numbers, or you can say freshers freshers allowed also. So you make that advertisement kind of attractive, so that you encourage maximum people to apply for that job. Okay, selection, and what does selection and employment means? After taking interview of these people, you actually decide who you are going to recruit for your organization, who you are going to give the job. Okay, so recruitment is just a process to attract people and to stimulate them to apply for it. Okay, in recruitment you are just attracting people and asking them to apply for the jobs. Okay, and in employment and selection you are actually taking the interviews, you are actually analyzing the skill sets that the person has, and then selecting or rejecting that person for the available vacancy. Okay, objectives of recruitment: to attract people. Okay, first one is to attract people with multidimensional skills and experiences that suit the present and future organization strategy. Okay, the first one is to attract people with multi-dimensional skills. Okay, here what it is, we are trying to attract the best people over here. That is the object of recruitment. We are trying to find people who have different skills, who have different experiences that suit to the organization's current and future needs. Okay, next is to induct outsiders. Okay, to induct outsiders with a new perspective to lead the company. Okay, induct outsiders means what? If any outsider comes in our company with his or her new different ideas, with his or her new different point of views, at that time there is a chance that company can develop in new direction. There's a chance that company can grow somewhere it has not yet thought of. Okay, so it is trying to induct outsiders so that new ideas, new things come in our organization and organization can grow. Okay, next is to infuse fresh blood at all levels of organization. Infuse fresh blood means what? To hire interns, to hire people who have just completed their education. So why do you need fresh blood in the organization? Why not just you can work with experienced people? Because when you hire a younger person, when you hire a fresh blood, there are chances of new creativity, there are chances of new experience level that person has. And that person may not know very well about how the organization works, but the fresh ideas that you get, the fresh perspectives that you get, the new designs that you are going to get because of that person is going to prove as a new point, as a favorable point for the organization. Okay, next is to develop organization's culture that attracts the competent people to the company. Okay, so in here we are trying to attract people so that organization culture to develop an organization culture that attracts competent people to the company. Okay, we show our culture to the people. Okay, objective is what? To show the people the culture in the organization, and that way we try to attract people so that the culture the culture can have a little bit of diversity with it, and the culture, whatever it is there, that can be remain, and that culture can grow with new people. Okay, next, to search for right people. To search for right people means what? To find exactly what is needed. Okay, it is not necessary that we need 10 people in our organization, then we will find just 10 people and we'll take the interview and we'll select them. No, here you can find 100 people, here you can find 500 people, here you can find 1000 people, and then from that you can select 10 people. Okay, but today's topic is just recruitment, so we are just going to focus on finding people rather than rejecting or selecting them. Okay, so we are trying the maximum people we search over here. The maximum possibilities are that we get the right kind of person or a appropriate person for the current position that is available or that will be created in the future. Okay, next is to search for talent globally and not just within the company. Okay, here another objective is to bring outsiders also, so that whenever the business has to expand globally, those people, global people, outside foreigners, can help you grow according to the you can say environment of that the company, other countries. Okay, so these are different kinds of objectives of recruitment. Next is factors affecting recruitment. Okay, factors affecting recruitment, some are internal factors and external factors. What are internal factors? Internal factors means those factors which are inside the organization, and external factors that are outside the organization. Internal factors can be controlled, can be managed by the company, but external factors cannot be managed by the company. That is beyond the hands of the company. Okay, so let's study what are external factors. Socioeconomic factors. Socioeconomic factors means what? How is a society, how is economic condition of the country ahead. Okay, how is there a depression, is there inflation, is the market blooming, is the market going down? These all things affect the recruitment process. How do they affect the recruitment process? That if there is a deflation, if there is deflation in the country, there is no use of finding there is need for people to have and jobs. Okay, there are need for people to have jobs, so that is going to affect the number of people that are going to apply for the jobs. Okay, next is supply and demand factors. Supply and demand factors means what? How much demand is there for the people, how much demand is there for human resource in the country, and how much supply is there for the human resource in the country. If the supply is more than demand, then it is favorable for recruitment. But if the supply is less than demand, that is going to affect recruitment, because we have less choices to choose from. Okay, we'll get less choices to choose from. We'll have to work harder to make sure that they attract to us, so that we get the best possible people. Okay, next is next is employment rate. Employment rate means what? And what is employment rate of the country? How many people are unemployed, how many people are employed? In that way affects the number and quality of HR that is going to apply for the jobs. Okay, next is labor market condition. Labor market conditions means what? At the current market of labor market means what? The different unions, the different markets that are available for labor. When you say what market, it is not actually a market, not a physical market. It is an intangible market. Okay, you know that there are many labors in this particular city, there are less labors in that particular city. Okay, that is nothing but labor market. Okay, so labor market conditions means what? In the particular city, how many labors can be easily available, in how many cities, in which place the labor cannot be easily available. This affects the recruitment process, because if you are looking for blue collar employees or the laborers who are actually going to do production, then those labors, quantity of labors will depend the attraction process. Okay, that will affect the attraction process of those labors. Okay, next is political, legal, government factors like reservation for SC, ST, BC and son of soils. Okay, here next is a reservation system. Reservation system means what? If you go in any government companies, there is always a reserve meant for lower caste, and some are meant for disabled people, some are meant for handicaps. Okay, these people, there is always a reservation done over here, so we have to work according to that. Okay, you may get many people for lower caste or open caste, but there are very few choices when it comes to you can say handicapped or disabled people. Okay, so in that place, when you have to have a disabled person in your organization, because of government's regulations, because of this reservation system, then it is harder for the organization to find those people, and that is going to affect the recruitment process. Okay, next is information system like employment exchange, tele recruitment like internet. Okay, so internet information system means what? From where you can find these human resources. Okay, there are many you can say employment exchange offices, after that some consultancies, after that some internet media like LinkedIn website that it is, after that Facebook groups that are looking for jobs, that upload daily how many employees are required, what kind of employees are required. After that a college campus, these all things are there. Okay, these all places are there from where you can recruit people, from where you can select people for your jobs that are available in the organization. Okay, so here these information systems, if they are very good, if they cooperate with each other, or if their system of each group is very competent, very easy flowing, then you can easily find the human resource rather than doing lot of recruitment work. Okay, now let's study internal factors. Company's pay package or company's brand. Okay, how much company can pay, that is going to affect the recruitment process. If you are going to choose an engineer, you have to at least pay, let's say, 25 to 35,000 per month. Okay, so is company competent to pay minimum that pay? Okay, that affects the recruitment process. If you are going to highlight the big amounts in your advertisement or in your recruitment process, there are chances that more people will come to you. Okay, next is work type. Work type means what actually work is required to do by the employees. Okay, if you are looking for IT people, you are going to get many. If you are looking for blue collar people, you may get many. But if you are looking for someone very professional, it is very less chance that you will find them. Example, if you want, then you can say a CEO type kind of person. Okay, the CEO level, a higher level management people. If you are recruiting at that level, higher level, okay, then it is hard to find people according to your needs. Okay, next, organization's culture. Organization's culture affects a lot in recruitment process. How? And if the organization is cooperative, if the organization make sure that employee grow along with the organization, if they make sure the working environment is good for the people in the organization, that is going to do good publicity about the organization in the market. Okay, when the company's culture is good, the current employees, the current people working in our organization are going to do good publicity about the company, and that will create a good image of the company, and that will indirectly support the recruitment process. That will make sure that maximum number of people come to apply for the job in the organization when there is vacancy. Okay, next is career planning. Career planning means what? When you are recruiting let's say the intern for IT sector, okay, intern for IT engineer, then is there any scope for growth for that person also? Today he is intern, tomorrow will he be a person working for our organization, then will he be a manager, then will he be the branch head? All these things, if there is a growth, if there is scope for increasing in knowledge and experience and development for that person, then the person are willing to apply. If they are going to say, I have to do 30 years same work, I have to do 30 years same donkey work, then people are not going to apply for that. Okay, when there is a potential of growth in the company, and then only people would like to apply for that organization. Okay, next is company size. Company size affect the factors of recruitment, because the bigger the company, the better the company can give pay. Okay, when the better company can give pay, then the company can attract more people. Or if there is a big size of the company, there's bound to be many vacancies, and there are a lot of vacancies, the people get attracted to that. Okay, next is company's product. Company's product means what kind of services or what kind of products does the company produce? Okay, if company is good, if the company is of marketing, then there are bound to be many salesmen required, many marketing experts required. Okay, so that way in the market, if in the market, the many marketing people will come in the organization to apply. Okay, the what kind of work, what kind of company's products are in the market affect the recruitment. Okay, next is company's growth rate. Company's growth rate, another, is a very important thing. How is company growing? Is the company growing very well, or is it not growing very well? Because everyone wants to have a permanent job, everyone wants to work with a company or with an organization for a long period of time. No one likes changing their companies every 6 months or every 8 months. Okay, so if company's growth rate is better, then the people feel security. Okay, security is very important for human resource. Okay, when the company's growth is good, they know that the jobs there are secured, and that tomorrow company won't go bankrupt, and that they will have their jobs for a very long time of period. Okay, next is cost of recruitment. Cost of recruitment means what expenditure would have been done or will be required for doing recruitment process, for finding people and attracting them to apply for the job. Okay, this affects the company's overall expenses, that is going to affect the recruitment process. Okay, so these are internal and external factors for recruitment. Next we'll study sources of recruitment. Okay, sources means what, where you can advertise that you have vacancy in the organization, and where you can promote people or encourage people to apply for the job that is available in the organization. Okay, first now is internal and second is external sources. Okay, here internal sources of recruitment means what, internal source of recruitment is already available employees we have, through them we are going to recruit. Okay, example, we give a promotion. Okay, promotion means what, you are taking currently the same employee and you are putting that person into the other position. Okay, this is internal way of recruitment. Okay, external way means what, going for a campus interview and then selecting those people, you are bringing outside people in the company, means external source of recruitment. And internal source of recruitment means what, you are finding people from your organization and you are recruiting them, or finding people from your organization's relatives. Okay, let's study in detail what are internal sources of recruitment. Okay, internal source of recruitment, first is present permanent employees, like promotion, like I said, promotion or demotion. You have a vacancy, you are seeing that who in our organization is better to do that job. Okay, so you either promote them or demote them. Okay, that way you can get a present permanent employee. Permanent employee means what, who is going to work till retirement with you. You're going to get that person, and you're going to recruit that person, or you're going to encourage that person to apply for that vacancy. Okay, next is present temporary or intern employee. Okay, the interns that every organization gets, from that also the person can choose, from that also the organization can choose. Okay, you promote, you encourage these people, you tell these people that we have vacancy for this place, if you wish to apply, you can apply there. Okay, next is retired employees. Retired means what, who are about 60 years and they have taken the retirement. Okay, you can encourage them. Why do you take retired people? Because they have worked with for a very long period of time with the organization, and they can be useful in the higher level management. Okay, next is dependents of deceased, disabled, retired and present employees. Dependent of deceased means what, deceased means a person who has died. Okay, disabled means a person who is not physically fit or mentally fit. Okay, next is retired. Retired means what, who has completed his job level or job experience or job duration. Okay, and present employees. Okay, dependents of these people means what, the family members of these people. Okay, like a son of the particular XYZ, daughter of XYZ, wife of XYZ. Okay, the people who are dependent on these people, an employee of the organization, their family, their people, on the people who are dependent on these people, you can encourage them to apply for the jobs. Okay, like there is an employee working in the organization, say at the post of cashier. Okay, or in accountancy department, you have seen that his son has become an engineer, so you encourage this accountant to make and his son to apply for the vacancy that is in the organization. So you are taking a person who is already working in the organization and telling his or her dependents to apply for the position that is vacant in the organization. Okay, employee referrals means what, the reference that employees give. Okay, so what you are going to do here, you are going to ask your employees that whether do you know anyone who is fit for the position that is available in the organization. You're going to take their reference and you're going to encourage the people, you're going to motivate those people to apply for the job. Okay, you're going to do a little survey in the organization and ask all the employees, do you know the engineer who wants a job, who is capable for this current position in the organization, and you find those people and then you encourage those people to apply for the job. These are internal sources of recruitment. Okay, now external sources of recruitment. First is campus recruitment. Campus recruitment, as we all know, campus recruitment means what? The companies, the organizations come in college campuses. They go around in college, in institutes of institutes, and find people over there, find freshers over there, like third year, like when you will go in third year, you will have campus interviews happening in our college. Okay, that is nothing but campus recruitment. Next is private employment agencies or consultants. Okay, this is not very, you can say, famous or daily no, or you can say common thing in India, but in outside countries this is very common. Okay, private employment agencies or consultants mean what? These are people who make sure that who have the knowledge or who have the data of what kind of person is available where. Okay, if you go to this person and you say that I want a CA, then he'll go in his database, he'll find all the CAs that are available, and he'll give you the CAs that are suitable for you or that are according to your needs, and he'll give their information, and then you can contact these people and you can motivate these people to apply for the job. Okay, next is public employment exchanges. Like private employment agencies, same as public employment exchanges, but this is run by government. Okay, government has a database for people who are unemployed, so you can go there, you can find what kind of people you want, and you can motivate then these people to apply for the job. Okay, next is professional organizations. Professional organizations, you can go to professional organizations and ask them for these people, for the people, and then they give you this data. Okay, then data banks means what? Data banks means the available information on various websites. Okay, data banks, the management can collect the biodata of candidates from different sources like employment exchange, education training institutes, candidates, etc., and feed them in the computer. It will become another source and company can get particulars as and when it needs to be recruited. Data banks means what? The already information that is available in the organization. Okay, let's take simple example. You had a year ago you had vacancies for 10 engineers. Okay, you did the recruitment process, you did the interview process, and you selected 10 people. Okay, but there were 100 applications for that, so there are 90 applications still available for you. Okay, so you go into that data bank, you go into that data that you already have, and you can again motivate them to apply again for today's vacancy that is in the organization. Let's go back with the professional organizations once again. Professional organizations or associations maintain complete biodata of their members and provide the same to the various organizations on request. They also act as an exchange between their members and recruiting firms in exchanging information, clarification, doubts, etc. Organizations find this source more useful to recruit than the experienced and professional employee like executives, managers, and engineers. Okay. So what is professional organization? Professional organizations, what they do, they maintain the biodata of people and then they provide each other on the request of that. Okay, means there is a complete XYZ person is a complete professional organization. What their work is to have the biodata of the people. Suppose there is a CA professional organization. What that organization does, that it collects all the data about the CAs that are available in the market. Okay, then they give this information to whenever it is needed and whoever it is needed. Okay, that's just same like private employment agencies and public employment agencies. Okay, next is casual applicants. Depending upon the image of the organization, its prompt response, participating of the organization in local activities, level of unemployment, candidates apply casually for jobs through mail or hand over applications in personal department. Okay, so casual application means what? the applications that you received when the jobs are vacancies not available. Okay, the person finds that there's this, suppose Tata company is a very great company, we all know that Tata is a great company. So students who have just passed out, completed their education, or people who have just lost their job, what they do, they just put an email hoping for that maybe they will get some kind of response. Okay, so this anytime applications that you get, not necessarily during the time of vacancies, but anytime there is no need for new employees in the organization, but you still keep on getting the mails, you still keep on getting the biodatas from these people. These are casual applicants and they are willing to already work for the organization. Then you can then contact these people because you already have their data. Okay, you already have the contact number, you already have the knowledge about what they do and how they do what they do. Okay, next is similar organization. Similar organization means what? Same kind of organizations. If you're is IT company, you can look in other IT companies for the people. Okay, here it is that you are looking for experience. When you look for experienced people, you search in familiar companies or similar companies. Okay, IT company, you are going to see for better IT engineers or engineers. Okay, let's take example deeply. When there is an IT company, okay, and you have a recruitment, but it requires experience for that person. Okay, it requires minimum 5 years of experience. Okay, so what you do, you look into other IT companies. Okay, you see who are there working for more than 5 years, and you encourage them to apply your organization by showing that maybe you can pay them good scale, maybe you won't make them work so hard, or all the things, and try to attract them to apply for the job in the organization. Okay, next is trade union. Trade union means what? Trade unions means the unions made or the groups made by the employees. Okay, trade union means the groups made by the employees. Usually it is with the blue collar laborers. Trade union means the groups of the employees. In this there is one head and there are many people working with that. Okay, so you contact these people that I want 10 people for my production process. Then they find the people in their union or in their group, and then they give this opportunity or pass this information to these people and try to attract, and you attract these people in this way. Okay, trade union means what? It is a group of people working together who work in the same kind of work. Okay, so these trade unions people, when you approach to trade unions, you're trying to attract them, attract the workers in that group to apply for the organization. Okay, next but not the least is internet. Internet is another major current, you can say, way of recruitment. It is current way of recruitment because it comes with technology. It comes with advancement of technologies. Okay, the internet, the best example for internet is LinkedIn account or LinkedIn app. Okay, LinkedIn app is what? People create their profiles over there. They show that what kind of professional achievements they do, and you find from there the kind of people you want. Okay, in LinkedIn account, if you go for the LinkedIn site, you'll find that there are many people registered. There are CAs, there are every kind of professionals, every kind of employees available there. If you want to, you can go there, you can just search for the people you want, and you can encourage them to apply for the jobs in your organization. Next way of internet is Facebook groups. Okay, not many people are aware of this, but there are many Facebook groups for recruitments. Okay, and usually these Facebook groups work with you can say entertainment field. Okay, entertainment field means what? Bollywood and Hollywood, all these things people. For these people there are many Facebook groups. Okay, they what they do, there are many freelancers. Okay, you know the meaning of freelancer. Freelancers means who work for particular job, who do not work for an entire time period, but work for a particular task, work for a particular job that is vacant. Okay, example is spot boy. You don't need a spot boy every day, you need it only when there is going to be a shoot. Okay, for that particular specific shoot only you need a spot boy or lightsman or cameraman or any kind of person. That is required only for that particular time period. It is not required for the lifetime. but only for the till the job is gets done, till the recording gets done. Okay. So there are many WhatsApp groups, Facebook groups, and what many kind of social media groups in which the people post the requirements and then people react to that requirements. Okay, there's another way of recruitment. Okay, this was all about recruitment. Thank you very much.